ELO 98.7.
Hey, West Michigan, 98.7.
WFGR. Andy O, Dave Cackley. It is a Thursday morning. I'm looking at the calendar here. Why don't you? I got an important question to ask.
Okay.
Of our guest. You do the traffic while I look at the calendar.
All right. Ford 131, I-96, M6, still running moderate to heavy. No major incidents or accidents going right now. We do have construction continuing, 131 northbound, 196 to Ann Street. Still have left lane closures there. Heading out towards the lakeshore, specifically Nunica, east and westbound I-96, 112th Avenue, down to one lane in both directions. That project running at least through the end of September. And, of course, still a headache along 28th Street between Kraft and Patterson, down to one lane in both directions there. That's ongoing through early November. That's traffic on 98.7 WFGR.
Amazing, Joe, how he does that. He doesn't even look at notes.
That's just
Isn't that great?
I'm
right
impressed.
off my
That was
head.
very good.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I take notes everywhere I go. He does it just like that.
I was going to say.
Clear mind is what that is.
Somebody deserves a raise. I'm not looking. I'm just saying.
What are you looking at me for? I love that's the perfect answer for a manager right there. I can't do nothing about it. I don't know.
It's out of my head.
All right, Joe Calvarusso is here this morning. Joe, you are the president of the Gerald R. Ford. It's the what's the word I'm looking for?
A foundation.
Foundation. Yeah, you guys do that kind of thing where you back schools and you educate people and the legacy lives on.
Yeah, we support the museum and library. We go out and raise money to continue President Ford's legacy and also the legacy of all presidents. And we encourage young adults to be involved in public service and learning about the government.
Ford, really one of the most underrated presidents, I think, especially in hindsight in American history.
Historians have treated him very well. We've had a number of historians that are coming out and saying that very thing.
He had a big mess to clean up. I mean, you got to look at everything that was going on by the time he took over the presidency. Vietnam's winding down. Richard Nixon's lying. You know, he had some cleanup work to do.
I actually remember getting into an argument with my poli-sci professor over why Ford had to pardon Richard Nixon. Said it wasn't about because she was vehement. Oh, this was horrible. He shouldn't have done it. No, it was the right thing to do at the right time for the country. And in hindsight, I think a lot of people agree with that.
Exactly. And what you said is just almost Tip O'Neill's quote that
it probably was. He stole it.
No, I think I gave Tip that quote. He
Oh,
won't,
did
you know,
you
he won't
really?
give me
Probably
credit.
was.
He wouldn't give me credit. I was just 4 at the time, but still. Anyway,
Anyways, you were saying, Joe?
Yeah. We got Jack Nicklaus coming in town, and Jack's going to talk about his relationship, his personal friendship, his golf career on September 12th, and it's going to be a 1-hour program where Steve Ford's going to introduce him and talk about him, and then they're going to take questions and answers from the audience.
how did President Ford and Nicholas develop that relationship?
Well, I think it was over the years, even before President Ford was president. He knew Jack, and he loved golf. I mean, people picked on him. You know, he winged one off in the crowd, but President Ford was an excellent athlete and a great golfer.
He was an excellent athlete. I mean, and where did he play again? He played football somewhere?
Oh yeah, University of Michigan.
Oh yeah, the U of M, the Amazing Blue. That one that's not Michigan State. Remember that school?
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4.
Jack Nicklaus is coming to town. This is like a lunch program, but there's a benefit to this too.
Yeah, it goes to the Student Learning Center that we're building on the Ford campus there on Pearl Street. And the funds will go to the benefit of the new Student Learning Center. We still have a few tickets left, and you can get tickets by calling 254-0396 or going to the GeraldRFordFoundation.org website.
Talk a little bit about the education here that the kids are going to get with this new program starting up at the Ford Museum.
Great. We're focusing on 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, encouraging them for public service, getting to know their government, and we think it's a great age group to provide them with a message that they may not be getting today.
I think kids and youth overall are kind of disengaged. I mean, even adults are to a degree disengaged with all of the politics in the United States. But I don't really think that the Presidential Museum is. It's neutral enough that you can come in there and not get a bias one way or another, either Republican, Democrat, either which way. You're going to find a pretty neutral learning environment, and it's a great way to engage kids on the future of the country.
Yeah, we go in from a bipartisan standpoint on here's just encourage them to get involved and enjoy the process and become part of the process.
After a certain age, do you think that they're kind of a lost group? I mean, if 7th and 8th, 9th graders in there, that's pretty impressionable still. But after they get to a certain age, you know what I mean? Do they is it just too late to grab them and see if you can get anything out of them? Or
no, we eventually have plans to take our curriculum all the way up through the college years. And
Wow.
We're working with Grand Valley State University now on how we can do that. And but the modules are totally different. The learning process is totally different. So it's going to be quite an endeavor that we're embarking on. In fact, Grand Valley spearheaded a week-long conference for teachers to talk about the curriculum and the approaches we should use.
And that's kind of an important thing because, let's be honest, is we need future politicians.
Right.
We need people to be engaged in the government, and we need, they need to come from somewhere. And if all they're hearing is the back and forth, side-to-side thing that the media pushes all the time, the hardcore right or the hardcore left, I think it scares some kids away.
Yeah, I think it is. It's pretty daunting. They're continually bombarded with different messages, and we're going to create an environment where young adults can come in and use teacher-friendly curriculum, and maybe we can share a few ideas with them and share President Ford's legacy.
Now, it's been a while since I've been to the Ford Museum. How about you? Have you been there?
It's been a few years. Yeah.
What kind of things have been renovated? What's new? What are some of the attractions? That kind of thing.
We just unveiled the CVN 78 model.
Yeah, the ship.
It's pretty spectacular. It's you think of a model. This thing is 10 foot long
I know.
and lights and moving parts, and it's pretty spectacular story it's telling. But we're also looking at doing a total museum redesign.
Really?
And that'll be the latest in technology and a lot more interactives and a lot more information with today's technology. So that should be exciting process that we're going through.
Engaging.
Very engaging.
Yeah.
Different than the traditional museum.
So let's talk about Jack Nicklaus's appearance here coming up on the 12th of September. It's going to be at the JW Marriott, the International Ballroom. Tickets are $100 a piece, but it's a pretty interactive experience.
Yeah, the interview with Steve Ford is going to be a full hour,
Yep.
so we're going to squeeze lunch in, and then we're going to start the program. And the Q&A from the audience should be spectacular. A very engaging process. We have Bob Hope's grandson coming in to introduce Jack and Steve, and that should be very entertaining. He just reminds you of his grandfather.
I'll tell you what I'll do, just for you, because I like you. I just met you just now, and I think we're getting along pretty good.
Okay.
We'll open the door for Jack Nicklaus here.
If he wants to come in,
Bring him in that
he's
morning.
got a few minutes.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk about how Tiger Woods is not going to reach another 4 or 5 major wins, that's fine.
Wide open.
No problem.
Yeah, open invitation. He can make it great. If he can't, that's fine too. But, we'll challenge there for you.
Well, yeah. Well, he has agreed. You may have to go over the JW, but he is going to do open press at the
Really?
JW. So
Bring him over here. He'd feel comfortable. I mean, look at the KISS poster. He'd love that, wouldn't he?
yeah, I'll share some pictures with him of the studio. He might enjoy this.
Tell us again how we get tickets for the big appearance with Jack Nicklaus.
254-0396, or you can go to our website, GeraldRFordFoundation.org.
Appreciate you coming in, Joe. Thanks so much, and we wish you luck on the thing. Look at Russ. You should come in more often. Hanging down there on the Connie and Curtis show all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you would think. Well,
We have an open door policy with the boss. Anybody who signs my checks can be on the show.
but no, he's in here saying that we could give away a pair of these.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
to go
absolutely.
meet and greet Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, wow.
That's
huge.
$200 prize right there, my friend.
We're going to have to come up with we can't, this can't be just one of those, be the 9th caller. You get to hang out with Jack Nicklaus. No, you got to earn. This is another one of those things I think you need to earn.
Well, since I was in close-up and you weren't, and I know the whole process of politics here, I'm going to veto your decision because I have
Fine.
to do that kind of thing. And we're just going to take a lucky caller.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay, fine. You do, yeah.
616-459-9889 if you'd like to go see Jack Nicklaus at this big appearance. And you know what? Don't be afraid to benefit this cause a little bit, too. What are you trying to raise, $22,000?
We're hoping to raise more than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'd like to get 100,000.
Oh, his golf club sold for $22,000.
His golf club sold.
Oh, that's
for
what I'm looking at.
22,000. Yeah.
Well, let's go for more than that then. How much you want?
I'd like to raise 100,000 at
Yeah?
this lunch.
100K?
We can do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Russ, cut him a check.
no problem.
Joe, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck on the appearance with Jack Nicklaus. And again, if you want to bring him in, Doors wide open.
Okay, I'll put the ask out. Thank you,
Joe
both.
Calvarusso, thank you so very much. 616-459-9889. You get to go see Jack Nicklaus to benefit the Ford Foundation with 98.7 WFGR.